Alright, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. Enjoying the bunny event part 2, finishing up that story, getting through the mini games, or even if you're trying to start or getting through solo raid, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun with it. And before we get started, I want to give a massive shout out to our newest channel members. Thank you, Dario. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Beebee, for that generosity, that extra generosity that I would never expect from anybody. Thank you so much for choosing to be a channel member. It really means a lot to me. And to all my supporters out there who even just watch, like, subscribe to my content. Time is money at the end of the day, so using your time to watch my content means so much to me. So thank you everybody for all your constant support. It really means a lot. And I apologize. I know this video is a little late. I kind of got distracted with solo raid and everything and talking about dolls and stuff. I'm sorry about that. But we got to get to our shooting range, you know? So let's get to it. And real quick before we get to it, Sky actually did a video talking about some bugs in regards to Alice and Tove, so I highly recommend checking out that video for more information than what I'm just going to talk about, because I found it really interesting, and I wonder when Shift Up is going to fix it, and I'm going to see if I could try to replicate that issue in the video. So, when it comes to Alice, I actually see that she has more flexibility, and the reason why I see that she has more flexibility is that in her kit, she actually has, in her skill 1, not only does she have the water-coated ally buff, but at the same time, she actually does a lot of decent healing, and also can do some healing for Crown to try to proc her skill 2. So I actually think she'd be a decent substitute for 212 to try to proc that skill 2 if you don't have Naga. So that's pretty cool. And supporters always end up having more flexibility, so at the end of the day, it's not really a surprise that Alice might be the favored one to pull for, because DPSs always get out-crept, like, you know, Soda's gonna get out-crept probably next banner, who knows who it is, right? But that's kind of how it is. But right now, I want to see if we can maintain Alice's golden chips to try to keep that attack and hit rate going up constantly, because if we lose those 30 golden chips, that's when she's just gonna be crippled. But what we're looking for is specifically from Alice with her skill 1 that increases the stack count of the buffs by 1. And obviously we are getting that, or we were getting that for Tove and Leona, but you know, the time has passed. But what I'm looking at for Tove that is the bug is I think her Miracle of Makeshifts, that it doesn't stack properly with Soda and Privity, because Alice doesn't burst like twice, it's every other rotation. So right now, Tove burst. So I really want to see how that works right now. And see, do we get the Miracle of Makeshifts? So right now, we do get the Miracle of Makeshifts, and it's not just applying to Tove, Leona, and Alice. So it's interesting that it's like weirdly inconsistent, because I seen in his video that sometimes it just doesn't proc. I don't know if there's a way to like constantly replicate that bug, but I just found it interesting because Tove did not act like this before. And also, I just want to say, I'm sorry about me misinterpreting Alice's kit. Nobody called me out on the fact that she is a 42nd, but she's not like Tia at all, because she bursts every other rotation, so that's probably going to mark her a lot, especially in the tier list in regards to what she's going to be able to do, because if she was a 22nd, it would make a huge difference. And that's interesting. See, it's not doing the full 3, now it's only 2. I don't know if it's just going down in time just because the stacks are going away or what's going on, but it's not staying at 3. It's at 2 right now, but I want to see if Tove can burst one more time. I really want to take a look to see if we can replicate that bug. Because, I mean, the output damage is crazy, but I'm so curious about that bug. So we had Tove bug, we have Privity Made pop off. So now what we're going to go take a quick look at is Soda. And she gets the stacks. Is Privity getting the stacks? She is getting the stacks. So I wonder what's causing that inconsistency. Because in the video of Sky's video, he was only getting 1 stack sometimes. But at the same time, we just saw that for some reason I had only 2 stacks. And I just want to say, by the way, the extra like 30 million damage and like huge increase in Privity because of the stacks that Leona and Tove are giving those two are crazy. I'm pretty sure in my previous video when we didn't have support Alice, it was like close to 40 million for both of them. So wild increases for both of them. But we always know that they are like the boss test. So we're going to go take a quick look at how they do with the bosses now that we have support Alice. It's not going to be much different, but we're only going to go to a minute 30 because I really want to see if we can replicate that bug. Because I don't know if I can call that a bug with that whole minute 30, like the 2 makeshift. I don't know if I can do that. But I want to see if I can replicate it, because right now we're not going to see it because we're having everybody burst for the first time, keeping Soda's chips up in boss. Obviously, they're going to do more damage here because this is definitely a boss-heavy type team, especially with shotgun. I want to see how this team does in Gravedigger, so it'd be cool to see. But when we get Tove to burst, I want to know if we can still replicate that, because right now that's popping off. Are they getting the miracle makeshifts? No, see, they are not getting the miracle makeshifts now. It's so weird. Like, it went from 2 before instead of 3 to only 1 now. And I don't know why that's the case, because if I'm correct about this, yeah, Leona is getting the 3 stacks. Tove is obviously getting the 3 stacks, and Alice is getting the 3 stacks. However, Soda is only getting 1 stack, and Privity Maid is only getting 1 stack of the miracle makeshifts. So they're not getting the complete stack buffs like they should be getting, but it's being applied to the water-coated allies, similar to what Alice does. However, I don't know if it bugs Tove and only applies that just to the water-coated allies, or what's going on with that. So that's so weird that that's actually happening. I mean, I'm happy that I caught it in the video because I really wanted to represent a problem that's going to have. And you might have to do a few retries because of that bug issue. Because, as you can see, I tried replicating that, and it was almost difficult to replicate that. But we got it now. And because we burst with Alice now, I'm assuming Miracle of Makeshifts is back up to 3. That's so weird. It's like it takes that and applies the same effect and forgets that it's supposed to be for everybody. That's so odd. But I'm like curious now. Like, I'm not trying to like milk the video, but I want to know, because Tuve's about to burst by herself. Is it gonna happen again? If Tove bursts by herself right now, is the Miracle of Makeshifts, it's back at 1? Why? It wasn't doing that last time. That's so weird. And that's actually a major problem, because you're gonna get wildly inconsistent results, because those stacks make a difference. Because we're winding it down here to the final 5 seconds, and I don't know if it's gonna be any better. I don't know. Leona went up, and I think it's because that weird bug that she got the stacks only. That's so weird. That is so odd. Overall, though, I do think that the shotgun meta team is going to really work here, and obviously, you could probably flex here if you don't have Leona. You could probably put in Sugar, you could put in Drake, whatever you may be to try to, you know, make this team work. That being said, though, I really wanted to highlight that big problem that Sky mentioned, which he's a GOAT, by the way, so go watch that video because that was insane, because I would never be able to call that out on my own. But that weird bug with the stacking is crazy, and they might need to fix that as soon as they could, because that can be a problem. I don't know when it happened, but that's crazy. Crazy. Regardless, though, I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick informative video. Obviously, the shotgun meta team is probably going to be a solo raid team now. I'm going to definitely test that team, so stay tuned for that when I get around to doing that challenge guide video. That being said, though, I still think Alice is worth pulling. I don't know in terms of the shotgun team, though, right now, because Shift Up needs to fix that. That's so weird that that's happening, but I'm glad that I watched that video so I could call it out in this video. But regardless of that, hope you guys have a lovely night, a lovely day, wherever you're from. And once again, thank you guys all so much for the support. Whether you're a member, whether you're a viewer, thank you so much for the support, because your guys' time means a lot to me, and I hope I can make it worth it. So I hope this was informative. And as always, I hope I see you in the next one. So take care.